Bruh.
Hi everyone, today we are doing a very flighty movie Q&A. It's been a long time since I've done a Q&A and I don't want to do like a typical one. I want to do something that's a bit more fun, a bit more, I would say 18 plus. So before we continue this video, please, if you remember my family, why are you watching my channel? Like, let me just have like this small piece of myself to myself. Like, you don't have to be my business, because my aunties like to watch my stuff and then send it to my mom and be like, Ada is saying this, Naya is saying that. Please, auntie, I love you and I want to protect the image you have of me as small as that I used to run around the Sunday farm. Let me do me on my YouTube channel, on my YouTube fan. Please. I gotta go out somewhere because I was surprised. My sneaky link surprised me. He was like, oh, by the way, gorillas come to your house. I was like, what? But fine, I'll get your gorillas for you. Next year they come, I'm like, oh, hey, by the way, I've got your gorillas for you. And then he was like, no, it wasn't actually a mistake. Like, Nala, my baby. Let me introduce Nala to you guys. Guys, this is Nala. I've had Nala for a little while now. This is my baby. This is my doggo until I get a doggo. And then she'll be co-parent to my dog. She's my co-host. You just stay here looking beautiful. This is what I was surprised. I was surprised with this. Some Ferrero Rocher. I'm not trying to fall off, you know what I mean? Like, I'm trying to fall off, trying to, you know, answer these questions with a good and sober mind. So I'm just gonna have a sip in my sippy cup. See, look, that's very generous. Cheers. Right, okay, let's get started. Question 1. Would you rather read a love letter your partner has written to you or have them do something for you that means I love you? If your answer is to do something, what would that something be? You know what? In this instance, I would actually quite fancy a love letter because I've never actually had a love. Actually, that's a lie. I had a love letter in primary school. I really did. I was like, my dad have been loving me since I was like in year 1. I remember one time there's this guy, his name was Jordan something. I remember he kissed me on the playground and I just punched him. I just fired him with my left fist. I said, hey, you kissed me? you took my choice away to, you know, decide who I'll give my first kiss to. But we were so young and dumb, and then I also got written attention. I was such a bad girl. So yeah, I would like someone to write a love letter to me because I've never had a love letter written to me before. The next question asked me what my body count is. That's why I had to. That's so invasive. I love how sentimental the first person who asked me the question was. The next person was just like, right into it. Let's get into nitty gritty things. Well, I'm actually a born again virgin in Christ. What is my body count? It's 3. No, I'm kidding, it's 0. I'm definitely a born again virgin in Christ. I'd have to like get pen and paper and I'll arrive at 3. So, what you get? The ones I would say that was memorable, 2. And that's it. What can I say except? The next question is, what's my favorite position? Clearly, the person who asked me number 2 also asked me number 3. I feel like it depends. I feel like positions are very much mood-based and who you're with, if that makes sense. I think on the side, I really like on the side. It's like intimate because you can like turn your neck, kiss your partner. It's lots of touchy-feely. You can really hear them breathe. You can feel them breathe on your neck. Missionary is quite intimate as well, but sometimes it's like, oh god. Eye contact really be heavy. Especially if you like somebody and they're like really looking into like the windows of your soul, which are your eyes. That can be quite intense, and that's where soul ties are. Name one way in which you can improve your relationships. Great question. I would say one way I could improve my relationships is being more open and honest and communicating more. I'm soon to start counselling, which is why I kind of want to film this as well, because I want to just have like general open dialogue. Sometimes when I go out, I don't know why I struggle to take content. I try to guise it in the sense that, oh yeah, I'm just like in the moment and I'm going with the vibe, I'm going with the flow. But people are able to do that as well as take the content, especially if it's something that they're trying to do as work or as just creating and just, you know, sharing with other people. So I need to figure out how to actually find a balance and have like something of a routine. What was my point even? Leave a comment. What was your point, Naya? Let me read the question one more time. Okay, yes, communication. I need to communicate more, clearly. I have a hard time doing that. And even recently, I actually met up with my dad, and for the first time, I actually my dad held me. I honestly, the last time my dad like hugged me, I think I was like 10 years old. Like, no cap. I was literally 10 years old and I literally cried because my father was embracing me. It's something I haven't felt before, and it's something that I buried so deep down. I didn't realize that even though I believe I buried it so deep down, it can so easily be triggered. That was really shocking for me. So I really want to communicate better and be equipped with better tools and try to heal my inner child, if that makes sense. Like, my inner child is definitely desperate of healing. So I owe you guys like a new catalogue and library of story times. I'm so sorry I didn't get my old videos. I don't know if I ever actually formally apologized for that, but I do apologize. I'm very sorry. I basically had like a mental breakdown. I was like, fuck everything, fuck me, fuck my life, and I deleted all my shit, and I shouldn't have done that. So yeah, I would like to improve my communication, say how I feel in the moment, and not to harbor things. Don't let my anger pass into the next day. Just say how I feel and free myself of that emotion, and not being afraid to communicate in fear of how somebody else will respond, or in fear that they won't be able to understand what I'm saying, but at least allowing myself to express and therefore let go. So yeah, I will definitely improve my communication skills, definitely. Number 5, have you ever been cheated on? Right, it's a great question. Yes, but like, not really. But I classify it as cheating because technically we weren't in a relationship. We were in a relationship in my head, but we weren't actually in a relationship. Do you know what I mean? But in my head we were. So does that count as cheating? Because technically in my head, in the scenario that's in my brain, they cheated on me. But in real life, they did not. What do you make of that? I'm actually asking you, what do you make of that? Number 6, what's your advice to someone who has never been intimate with anyone before? Whew. There's a really lady on tick, man. Truly, my advice to you would be to pray. Like, actually truly pray about it. Bruh. Yeah, I would say pray about it, especially because it's like, it's your first time, and especially if you're a woman, just because, you know, the world, what the world places, to be honest, the world places a lot on a man and a woman's back. Like, everybody just gets it hard in life. But when it comes to this particular nature, judgment and stigma towards women, what do it takes to stand up? What? That's just how it is. There will come a time, I mean, eventually, in marriage or not in marriage, or in, you know, having a home with someone, having a partner. Not everybody wants to get married. Everybody wants to go through the legal process of being married. Some people are happy to be partners. Some people are happy to cohabitate. Some people, you know, relationships take on various different forms, and a formula that works for person A and B won't necessarily work for person C and D. Do you get it? Like, so you build your life around what works for you and your partner. Don't let everybody have like every outsider with a fucking mic from Amazon tell you how to have your relationship and not to have your relationship. So just really pray about it, like, and set the tone for how you want it to be. It might not be how you expect it. It's definitely not how it is in the movies. It may be very uncomfortable, especially if you're a girl. It'll be very uncomfortable. Mom, talk to your mom more. Like, actually tell your mom that you're about to do it. I wish I did that. I feel like if I did that, if I told my mom that I was about to do that, I feel like I would have gone many more years, man, my legs closed, I swear. If you have the balls, you have the audacity to do that, yeah, well, you better tell your parents, especially if your parents are like kind of chill. You know what I mean? Not actually, but it's not every parent will be chill about that, because it's a lot. It's like your kid telling you that, oh my god, I'm grown up now, like, and I'm gonna make a baby just like you made me. Do you get it? So just know that a lot of things come down, a lot of responsibility. Men, you shouldn't be thinking about that truly. You know, guys are very stupid. Okay? Men are stupid. If you get pregnant, like all these different things. Remember, we carry reproductive responsibility. That's the difference between us and men in this particular circumstance. We carry reproductive responsibility. When you make a decision, just know that whatever comes after it, you have to be able to deal with that. Okay, number 7. Thank God, we're moving on. What's your best physical feature? That's a good one. I believe, you know what everyone always says that my best physical feature is? They always say it's my lips. I remember when I used to be younger, yeah. I don't know if you guys got this. When I used to be younger, can you imagine like, men out of nowhere will tell me that I've got these sucking lips. Like, how fucking dare you say that to me? No, seriously, how fucking dare you say that to me? I personally think my best feature is my eyes. I like my eyes. They're really small, but they're cute. And I love when I put eyelashes on. I look proper cute. I'm just like, well, fancy. But yeah, I think my best feature is actually my eyes. What's something non-sexual that turns you on? I love it, yeah, when a man is good with kids. I love that. It makes my reproductive organs just, people are like, oh, you need what's it called, follicle stimulating hormone to get your egg, and like estrogen and all this stuff to get. Man, if I see you with the baby, I'm ready for fertilization. Another thing I like, yeah, I like when a man is intelligent. Oh God, tell me about first and second partial derivatives. I will differentiate you, and after that I will integrate you. Relax, I'm getting too hot for this YouTube video now. Me calm down. Do you have a sexual fetish? Someone told me recently that they think I have a foot fetish. You know, I never used to like my feet, but every time I like take my socks off, my girls, my boys will be like, oh my God, Naya, you have really nice feet. Like, why don't you sell feet pics? And I keep seeing this guy who does like those entrepreneur kind of memes on TikTok, and he's always talking about feet finder. And I'm thinking, right, like, am I missing out on the bag? I'm not sending feet pictures. But personally, I don't think that means I've got a foot fetish, but I don't know anymore, man. And you know, the only time I started liking them, let me tell you a story, like how I started liking them, basically. Just this guy I was dealing with at a certain point. If you guys want to hear that story, yeah, this video has to get 300 likes. That's the only way I'll take it to that story. If this video gets 300 likes, then fine, I'll tell the story. But let's get 300 likes, I'm gonna take it to the grave with me. But yeah, alright, cool. Next question. Where would you most like to be kissed? Inside of my thighs. I'm not ticklish though. I might just use my thighs and like thunderclap somebody's head. But like inside of my thighs, I feel like that's very ticklish. I like neck too. What I was to say, because neck is typical, you most likely will get kisses there, but you don't always get kisses in the thighs. So in the thighs for me personally.